getting there. So I think a real important concept of becoming a good musician and practicing like one is being able to visualize, okay, my short-term goal is a week, but then there are all these little shorter-term goals in the meantime of what do I need to do today to get to the next step the next day and reach my goal in a week. And sometimes those week goals need to change as you see what can happen in those 45-minute hour practice sessions along the way.
In my opinion, is being engaged, like totally, and knowing what you want from this session. Could be 15, 20 minute long.
Yeah.
So if you have maybe a half a dozen 20-minute sessions,
Yeah.
then that's a pretty good amount of time for a trumpet player to really work things out.
I have a realization that I have a finite amount of time to accomplish what I need to accomplish. So I come in here with a very well-defined grasp of what I want to accomplish in that 60 to 90 minutes that I want to be practicing, in addition.
And I think that's important too, that in each practice session you have a clear goal. This is what I want to accomplish in 45 minutes. And always keeping an open mind to whether you're actually working towards that goal and getting there. And then at the end of the practice session say, okay, I'm coming back at 6 o'clock tonight and I want to achieve this. So you're already strategizing the next session.
Yeah.
You don't just show up and randomly start playing.
See what happens, So,
Practice small.
Yeah.
And as you're doing that, try to find the joy in it, because it's fun to really take a lick or a couple of bars and spend 20 or 25 minutes on those 2 bars or that one lick, to really learn it, not learn it for next week's lesson, not learn it for next week's concert, but learning it for a lifetime.
I was told many times that if you can't get everything that you need to get done, from tonguing to repertoire to improving for 2 hours in trumpet, on the trumpet, then there's really something wrong. You're really not practicing very efficient.
My old teacher had great advice. He always told me that in order to be a good pianist, and especially when you practice, you have to be 2 things. You have to be a good detective and you have to be a good surgeon. Because you have, first of all, you have to have the wherewithal to find out what the problem is. And then you have to, dissect it, as it were. And often, is it a technical problem? Is it a musical problem? Most often it's a combination of both. That it's not necessary to always play everything from beginning to end.
One of the worst offenders is mindlessly repeating something they're having trouble with and repeating it poorly over and over a lot. So we'll walk by practice rooms here. I'm sure you've had this experience in here. No. It's this maniacal, constant. And I don't know psychologically what causes people to do this. I've gotten in that rut myself. So again, I think they need to stop and say, what am I really getting better here, or am I not? And there has to be that process of listening and analyzing going on, which isn't happening when this mindless repetition happens. And frequently you need to change something with each execution, which isn't happening if there's not that time between executions.
But first of all, you have to have the discipline to just stop and not, this is, and we talk a lot about this in lessons, the senseless over and over repeating. I always say that every time you start again to play something, there has to be a reason that you're doing it.